down with this. But the people who have that ear, right? The people who love Yahweh Shem Shah is going to do what it takes, right? When it's written, they're going to follow it, right? No matter how hard it is, when it's written, they're going to follow it, right? They're going to be all about it. They're going to when it comes to showing forgiveness, they're going to show it. There's not going to be a but. When it comes to that mercy, they're going to show it. There's not going to be a but. If it's written, right, they're going to follow it, right? And the supreme thing that's written is love, right? That's the supreme thing, is love. And serving only the Father, that's it. Those are the supreme things, right? Female guy might get funny and say, well, I show love and I follow the Father. I'm going to listen to no man, right? Well, a part of loving the Father is doing what? Listening to a man, right? Which if you're married is your husband, right? That's a part of it. If as a female, you can't love the Father if you're married, if you don't love your husband, and love is obedience. That's what love is, right? The love in which the wife is supposed to do is obedience, right? Because a lot of people, and it's not just with females. That's what you got females who think that oh well, as long as I follow with the laws of the Bible, right? The Sabbath and things like that, the high holy days, I'm good. I don't gotta listen to this man. That's wrong. And you got men that think, well, as long as I follow the dietary laws and things like that, I don't gotta show love to people, right? That's another thing that's wrong. That's wrong. Both of those are wrong. And you got a lot of those among Israel, right? And the reason why we're talking about Israel is because Israel is the light of the world. Not saying nobody else has to follow this, but this is where it's going to start at. It's going to start in Israel, then it's going to search out, right? But it's going to start with Israel first. But everybody has to love, right? We should, as followers of Yahweh Shem Shah, we should invite everybody in to follow God, right? Where it's applicable, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, a heathen can't keep the Passover, right? But where it's applicable, everybody can love, right? You shouldn't go to a heathen or a perceived heathen that, you know what, you're a heathen, you don't got to follow God, just live your best life and just be done with it. No, right? The disciples was told to go preach the good news to everybody, right? To everybody. Everybody has to serve God. When the Lord comes back, he's going to put the nation in subjection, right? That doesn't mean we got to wait to tell people that they got to do this. And when the kingdom comes, right, we should want as many people to serve God as possible, right? What do you think would make the Lord more happy? Telling a person who you think is a heathen, you don't got to follow God, just do wickedness, do whatever you want. Or tell a person who's a perceived heathen, follow God, show love, right? Be a good example. What do you think the Father is going to appreciate more, right? What do you think he's going to appreciate more? You're a sicko if you're leaning towards telling him to do whatever you want to do. You're a sicko. And here's how you can prove that's not what the Father wants. Here's how you can prove that. When the next kingdom is established, everybody's going to serve God, right? So obviously he wants them to do it here. He's not telling people who are not of the elect to not follow. He's telling everybody to follow, right? But the thing about it is the people who are not chosen to follow him are just not going to do it. But he didn't say don't do it. But it's them not doing it is what's going to condemn them, right? Scripture say that what? It is that light is coming to the world that they're condemned because they know better and they don't do it. That's where the condemnation comes in, right? So he wants them to do it, but they're not going to do it, right? He wants them to do it, they're not going to do it. So you tell a perceived heathen to serve God via love, right? And they do it, the Father's going to be happy with that, right? Because he appreciates love, and he's against wickedness, right? So he would appreciate that. This is Matthew 13:10. His disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he has. Right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna start back up for a minute to get some context. Matthew 13 in verse 3. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, this is kind of the story that I was talking about earlier with the seeds. Went forth to sow, and when he sowed, some seed fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Those are going to be people who are going to hear this and immediately not going to want no parts, right? Some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up because they had no deepness of the earth, right? So what's that? It says, and when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away, right? So it says the first one, right? The people were completely devoured, like it was it from the gate, like that's it, right? The second one, what happened? The second one, it grew, right? But it had no root, right? So when the sun came, they withered away, they died, right? So the process started, but they wasn't grounded, so they were taken away. It says, and that's going to be the people who know about love, but they don't want to do it. I'm not going to show forgiveness to a person who shitted on me. I'm not going to show mercy to a person who shitted on me, right? I'm not going to love everybody, right? These are the people, like they understand it, right? They understand it, and they're willing to do it to a degree, but not under pressure, right? When that pressure is applied, they don't want no parts, right? It says, but others fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, and some 30-fold. But that good fruit is going to go around in love, giving out love. People are going to be down with it, right? People came all over for Yahushua, right? To hear about this new gospel, this love, this forgiveness, this compassion and mercy. They came from all over to hear this, right? Watch this. Matthew's 4 and verse 23. And Yahushua went about all Galilee, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom and healing all manner of sickness and all manner of diseases among the people. And his fame went throughout all Syria, and they brought unto him all sick people that were taken with diverse diseases and torments, and those which were possessed with devils, and those which were lunatic, and those that had the palsy, and he healed them. And there followed him a great multitude of people from Galilee, and from Decapolis, and from Jerusalem, and from Judea, and from beyond Jordan, right? So that Yahushua's fame grew, right? I mean, man, this guy's loving. He's merciful, right? Because back then, because when you go according to the law, right? If I'm not mistaken, according to the law, these people with blemishes are supposed to be pushed away, right? They're supposed to be like outcasts, right? Cursed. But Yahushua, and that's what Yahushua is all about. That's what Yahweh is all about. Taking the outcasts, building them back up, making them whole, giving them love, breathing life into them, right? What's that, Ezekiel 37, I think. Ezekiel 35 or Ezekiel 37, but I believe it's 37. Breathing that life into the dead bones, right? Giving that hope, right? That's what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is all about. Taking that underdog and sitting them in a high place, right? Not a high place, but giving them respect, right? Showing them that they're worth something, right? When you look at